Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next half an hour, Rohit Sharma named captain for India in Champions Trophy and World Test Championship. BCCI Secretary Jay Shah confident that India will win both the tournaments. In Wimbledon, Zverev to take on Taylor Fritz, while Novak Djokovic will face Holger Rune in round of 16. Emma Raducanu's run ends in 3-set defeat by qualifier Lulu Sung. And Avinash Sable rewrites his record in 3,000-meter steeplechase ahead of Paris Olympics 2024. Shatters national record for the 10th time. News in detail now. We'll start with cricket. Board of Control for Cricket in India Secretary Jay Shah on Sunday confirmed that Rohit Sharma will be leading India in the ICC Champions Trophy and the World Test Championship final, both slated to take place in 2025. Jay Shah's comment came exactly a week after Rohit led the men in blue to a historic title win in the T20 World Cup finals against South Africa in Barbados. The BCCI secretary remains confident that India will record a title-winning streak under Rohit, with the Champions Trophy and the WTC final coming up.
टीम इंडिया को इस ऐतिहासिक जीत के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई। इस जीत को मैं कोच राहुल द्रविड़, कैप्टन रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली और रविंद्र जडेजा को डेडिकेट करना चाहता हूं। बीते एक साल में ये हमारा तीसरा फाइनल था। जून 23 में हम WTC फाइनल में हारे। नवंबर 23 में 10 जीत के बाद हमने दिल जीते लेकिन कप नहीं जीत पाए। मैंने राजकोट में बोला था कि जून 24 में हम दिल भी जीतेंगे, कप भी जीतेंगे और भारत का झंडा गाड़ेंगे, और हमारे कप्तान ने झंडा गाड़ दिया। इस जीत में आखिरी 5 ओवर का बहुत बड़ा योगदान था। इस योगदान के लिए मैं सूर्य कुमार यादव, बुमराह, अर्शदीप सिंह और हार्दिक पांड्या का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं। इस जीत के बाद अगला पड़ाव है WTC फाइनल और चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी। मेरे को पूरा भरोसा है कि रोहित शर्मा की कप्तानी में हम इस दोनों टूर्नामेंट में चैंपियन बनेंगे।
And young Indian team staged an emphatic comeback in the 5-match T20 series against Zimbabwe. Led by Abhishek Sharma's sensational century, India hammered Zimbabwe by 100 runs in the second T20I game in Harare. With this victory, India has levelled the 5-match T20I series 1-1. Abhishek Sharma reached his century in 46 deliveries while playing in Harare. On the day, Abhishek hit 8 sixes and 7 boundaries. Zimbabwe were not in the game after the first 10 overs of the first innings. After conceding a record 234 runs, the hosts were bundled out for just 134, courtesy of clinical bowling displays from Avish Khan, Ravi Bishnoi and Mukesh Kumar. In Australian skipper Pat Cummins feels that a more dedicated window for tests is needed so that players can chalk their individual schedule and preparation. Cummins pointed particularly to those cricketers who wish to play in franchise-based leagues such as the Indian Premier League. Australia skipper Pat Cummins feels that a more dedicated window for tests is needed so that players can chalk their individual schedule and preparation, particularly by those cricketers who wish to play in franchise-based cricket leagues. And this is what he said, and I quote him: "Franchise cricket for some countries is more lucrative, more appealing than international cricket. If I went and played franchise cricket, I could probably be away for half or a third of the amount we are for Australia. In Australia, Test cricket is from November to January, and basically no other cricket is going to get in the way of us playing Test cricket then. If we can have specific windows for IPL, but then also Test windows, that makes the decision-making for the players a lot easier," unquote. Women's cricket now. Jemimah Rodrigues and Shikha Pandey were announced as new signings as Trinidad Knight Riders women announced its retained players as well as new signings for the upcoming season of the 2024 Women's Caribbean Premier League. Jemimah, who is currently representing India in his 3-match T20I series against South Africa, said that the WCPL will serve as a good preparation for the Women's World T20 in October. Jemimah said, and I quote her, "This is the first time I'll be coming to the WCPL. I've played for India in the Caribbean quite a bit, but I'm really excited that I'll be representing the Knight Riders in WCPL. We all know the legacy that they have across the globe, unquote. And former Sri Lanka skipper and former chief selector Sana Jayasuriya said on Monday that he will be the new head coach after Chris Silverwood quit following the country's early exit from the T20 World Cup. Jayasuriya said he had been asked by Sri Lanka Cricket to coach the national squad ahead of a white ball series against India this month and Sri Lanka's tour of England in August. He is to take over the team after the end of the ongoing T20 Lanka Premier League on July 21st. Jayasuriya represented Sri Lanka 586 times across the three formats of the game, hitting 42 centuries and taking 440 wickets. He played his last international game in 2011. And former England coach Silverwood left due to personal reasons. Sri Lanka won only one game at the T20 World Cup tournament against the Netherlands and finished third behind South Africa and Bangladesh in their group. Silverwood took over in April 2022 and enjoyed immediate success as Sri Lanka won the T20 Asia Cup later that year. Alright, shifting focus from cricket to tennis. Defending champion Carlos Alcaraz and world number 1 Jannik Sinner stayed on track for a blockbuster Wimbledon showdown by reaching the quarterfinals on Sunday. French Open champion Alcaraz, who is looking to defend his Wimbledon trophy, battled past Hugo Humbert 6-3, 6-4, 1-6 and 5 in round 4. Alcaraz will take on Tommy Paul in the quarterfinals match on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Italian Jannik Sinner, who could face Alcaraz in the semi-finals in a rematch of their Roland Garros meeting, was equally impressive in his 6-2, 6-4, 7-6 win over 14th seed Ben Shelton. The 22-year-old will next meet 5th seed Daniil Medvedev on Tuesday. The two last met each other in January, where Sinner defeated Medvedev to win his maiden Grand Slam title at the Australian Open. And seven-time champion Novak Djokovic will set his sights on reaching a 7th successive Wimbledon quarterfinals today. Djokovic will take on Holger Rune in round of 16 clash today. Chasing a record-equalling 8th title at the All England Club and 25th Grand Slam crown, Djokovic beat Australia's Alexei Popyrin 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, 7-6 on Saturday to reach the Wimbledon 4th round for the 16th time. And world number 4 Alexander Zverev will be in action against 13th seed Taylor Fritz in his round of 16 match today. Fritz, who saw off 24th seed Alejandro Tabilo in the 3rd round, booked his place in the 4th round. The American, who won the Rothsay International, will be looking to cause an upset against Alexander Zverev. And Zverev, who lost in the Hall Open, comes into this contest on the back of an emphatic 6-4, 6-4, 7-6 win over local favourite Camden Norrie in the 3rd round to book his place in the round of 16. High jump now. Ukraine's Yaroslava Mahokic gave herself the perfect pre-Olympic tonic by setting a new world record in women's high jump at the Diamond League meet in Paris on Sunday. Just 3 weeks out from the Paris Games, reigning world champion Mahokic set a new best of 2.10 meters. That mark beat by 1 centimeter the previous one of track and field's longest standing record set by Bulgaria's Stefana Kostadinova in Rome in 1987. One jittery failure at 2.07 was swiftly followed by a successful attempt before she cleared 2.10 meter at the first time of asking to rapturous applause from the crowd at the Stade Charletti in southern Paris. Her record-setting feat will see Mahokic, who fled the Russian bombardment of her native city of Dnipro in February 2022, return to the French capital as one of the nailed-on stars for the Games. And India's Avinash Sable bettered his own 3,000-meter steeplechase to set a new national record at the Paris Diamond League meet on Sunday. Sable finished with a timing of 8 minutes and 9.91 seconds, improving his personal best 8 minutes and 11.20 seconds by more than a second. Abraham Sime of Ethiopia managed to ward off Kenyan Amos Serem's attempt to overtake him and placed first, clocking a personal best of 8 minutes and 2.36 seconds. The Commonwealth Games silver medalist has completed in just 2 3,000-meter steeplechase events this year, one at the Portland Track Festival in the USA and the other at the National Interstate Championships in Haryana last week. And ahead of the upcoming Olympics and Paralympics scheduled in Paris, the Olympic Village is readying itself to welcome thousands of athletes from around the globe who will start arriving from 18th July. Located in St. Denis, the village is adorned with lovely displays of the game's mascot, the Firkis.
The preparations for the much-awaited 15-day-long Paris Olympics 2024 are in full swing in the French city. The Olympic Village is set to open its door for the arrival of participating athletes in mid-July. Pictures of the French mascot for the games, which kick off on July 26, adorn walls at the village in St. Denis, which will welcome more than 20,000 athletes throughout the Olympics and Paralympics. With athletes set to arrive from July 18, Paris Olympics Committee Tony Stanguet said that it's absolutely exceptional moment for them.
This is an absolutely exceptional moment for us because this village will close in a few days to be able to welcome the first delegation who will arrive here in few days. And so it is ultimately the expression what is best done here in France in terms of construction, exemplarity and sustainability. It is also a work that was designed first and foremost to meet the needs of the local population. 6,000 people will live here after the games and 6,000 people will work here. There will be businesses, there will be a lot of professional spaces as well.
Organizers' decision not to put in place air conditioning in the village made waves earlier this year among countries' delegations, with some saying they will bring their own. Although designed to be eco-friendly and free of air conditioning to reduce carbon emissions, the Paris Olympic Village will be fitted with 2,500 temporary cooling units. The complex in a northern suburb of Paris was built as a showcase of environmentally friendly technology and has a geothermal cooling system that uses cool water pumped from deep beneath the ground. But the lack of air conditioning has long worried some national Olympic teams, whose athletes are concerned about missing sleep, particularly given the summer heat wave suffered by Paris in recent years. Olympics and Paralympics Village Director Laurent Michaud said there will be on-the-floor cooling systems to ensure thermal regularity within the housing space.
And our responsibility was to provide something that makes sure that there is a refreshment system that is proposed in each apartment. So that's why we have implemented with all the promoters and Solideo, the supervisor of the village, some on-the-floor cooling system that can reduce the temperature inside the apartments and make a difference with the external temperature. This is the system that we wanted to provide, and in addition of this, fans will be installed in there. So our commitment of proposing some refreshments for the athletes is solved thanks to this system that is in place.
The accommodation complex comprises 7,000 rooms in total, with the geothermal cooling system guaranteeing temperatures inside at least 6 degrees Celsius below those outside. The roughly 40 low-rise towers will host around 10,000 Olympians and then 5,000 Paralympians during the Paralympic Games from August 28 to September 8. Sports Desk, DD India.
All right, we'll stay with a very short break, but still to come on this edition of Sports Buzz. WWE legend John Cena announced his retirement, says WrestleMania 41 at Las Vegas will be his last in-ring action. And volleyball players from around the world gathered in Slovenia for volleyball on water.
We just don't bring you the news as it unfolds. We get to the heart of the matter.
We don't just present facts, we demystify complex social, political and economic events.
We break stories that shape the world's present and future because you deserve the truth.
I am Tanvi Taneja from New Delhi.
I'm Ollie Barrett from London.
I'm Nick Harper from Washington, D.C.
Join us on DD India Global Monday to Friday at these times.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Voice of a rising aspirational world. Stories of challenges, struggles and accomplishment. A world battling conflict, hunger and poverty. Embracing growth, development, science and technology. A voice of progress, a voice of unity. Watch Voice of the Global South with me, Akshay Dongre, only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Sports Buzz. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Marie-Catherine Nattori, the director of ceremonies for Paris 2024, expressed excitement ahead of the Summer Games. After extensive preparations, the team is eager to reveal their creation to the world.
The director of ceremonies of the Paris Summer Games 2024 said that after a long period of preparations for the opening ceremony, they are eager to share their creation with the world. Speaking at a temporary stadium built at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, where part of the opening ceremony will take place, Marie-Catherine expressed her excitement for a big celebration.
Here you are in the ephemeral Trocadero Stadium, which will host the dignitaries, the Olympic family, the group of athletes who will have paraded on the Seine and who will, at the end of the parade, rejoin the Trocadero Stadium, and they will be seated at the places here where protocol and artistic elements will be held, and obviously the big finale with the lighting of the torch.
The opening ceremony of the Summer Olympics, set for July 26, will mark Paris's open door to millions of fans and athletes' family members.
We have the intention of doing things with a lot of creativity. This is what motivates us today to be really able to deliver what our artistic director, Thomas Jolly, has in mind. This is what occupies most of our days, and I would like to say that we are eager. It has been a long time that we have been working on this ceremony. There are 30 days left. It's a lot or too little, but we would really like to share what we had imagined and what we tried to create for it to be a big celebration and for it to be the first day of the Paris Games with a very beautiful celebration.
France is on its highest level of security alert as the Games approach, with the country additionally preparing for snap legislative elections at the end of June. French authorities also recently foiled an attack on a sports stadium in central France. The Olympics will bring together 10,500 Olympic athletes from 206 countries, while just weeks later Paris will play host to 4,400 Paralympic athletes. Events will be watched by more than 13 million spectators and 4 billion television viewers across the world, totaling 100,000 hours of TV broadcasting. Sports Desk, DD India.
And from 24 teams at the start to just 4, the UEFA Euro 2024 semi-finals are now confirmed. Germany, Portugal, Switzerland and Turkey all lost at the quarter-final stage as Spain set up a mouth-watering clash with France, and England squeezed through to face the Netherlands in the semi-finals. Spain knocked out host Germany as a 119th minute winner from Mikel Merino sealed a 2-1 victory. During extra time, Spain are missing several key players for Tuesday's Euro 2024 semi-final, but Luis de la Fuente's team are in superb form, having won all 5 of their matches so far. And France got past Portugal on penalties in another quarterfinals following a goalless draw. England also needed a penalty shootout to get past Switzerland. The semi-finals will be played on Tuesday and Wednesday night local time before Sunday's final at Berlin. And 16-time WWE champion John Cena announced his retirement from in-ring competitions. with effect from 2025 on Sunday. Sena announced his retirement during a surprise appearance at the Money in the Bank event in Toronto. However, he went on to clarify that this retirement would not be immediate but was planned for the year 2025. The 47-year-old WWE legend hit the ring carrying a towel with a slightly altered version of his most famous catchphrase, "My time is now," which was this time reading, "The last time is now." Sena made his WWE debut in 2002 and has had a storied career in wrestling entertainment. He has had memorable rivalries against some of the biggest names in wrestling like The Rock, Triple H, CM Punk and Randy Orton. Updates from Para Badminton now. Indian Para Badminton team showcased their spectacular performance at the Para Badminton International 2024 at Kampala in Uganda. The Indian contingent won a total of 48 medals, including 14 gold, 9 silver and 25 bronze medals. And before we close, volleyball players from around the world gathered in Slovenia for volleyball on water. The unique event featured a floating court partially submerged in the Lublanica River, offering a new challenge.
Looking great, looking great.
Well, that's all for this edition of Sports Buzz, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching Sports Buzz.